is the most well-known Met fan in the world. He is Jerry Seinfeld joining us on set.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Let's get into that Dendecker-Lagares thing.
What do you think?
I don't get it.
Well, I mean, Dendecker and Wright, they're just taking a crack.
I know, but doesn't that mess these guys up? I mean, moving those positions around?
No. No, it doesn't.
Outfield's all the same.
It's
in the air, try and catch it.
It's in the air. You got some speed. You can read it off the bat. Now, the ball moves differently, as you know. Center field, it can cut both ways. Usually in right field, if they pull it or a right fielder, right-hander hits it that way, it's going to break towards the line.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can play the outfield, I can put you anywhere out there, and you'll be fine.
What about all the nooks and crannies? Learning how isn't that an important part of playing that position?
Now, no question it is, but have you seen guys come in here who play here 6 times a year and do okay with it? You can. You can. I mean, there's something to it, no question, and a big play could hinge on that.
Right.
Apprehensive. It mainly comes from within. Are you afraid of the wall? Then you're not going to play this. If you're a gamer, you'll crash into it no matter what.
Let's talk about that. Mm-hmm. And here's something that has been on my mind for a long time. Since, what's his name, who used to have in left, who hit that wall in Dodger Stadium?
Jason Bay.
Jason Bay. Why are these walls not made to handle these guys throwing themselves into it, since that's what they're doing? We don't have pole vaulters landing on high pile carpeting, okay? The guy's going to hit this thing. Let's pad it. It's not a living room. It doesn't need to be anything else but a wall. It's a wall, okay? Why? Why are we not padding the wall so a guy can do something insane and walk away? Are we not investing enough money in these guys to make it worth it?
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah, it's a good question.
But they are padded to a certain extent.
To a certain extent. You're still getting concussions.
You want some more padding?
Yes.
All right, well.
I'm not saying the baggie from Minnesota. We don't want that. To me, it's like the football helmet. It's even the batting helmet. The technology seems slow in these big sports. Why is it slow when there's so much value in these players? Why are we not protecting it?
I can't argue with that. Not one bit.
It's a question. What's the answer?
I don't have it. Bob?
Bob, why?
Why? Well, I think it's a slow evolution. A few guys we're going to sacrifice them. It's just that simple. That's the way it is.
Why?
I don't know. I played the game. They don't care about us. They care a little bit, but they'll let you crash in. You're right. Look at the low wall. You fall in the seats.
That doesn't bother me that much.
That doesn't. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Those are exciting plays. I hate to see a guy.
That's acceptable.
I just don't know why that wall is not, like my sofa. It should be like my sofa.
It is padded, but when you are running full speed, a lot of times, seriously though, the angle you hit it at, the padding doesn't matter. Your hand or your neck or something horrible could happen. Now, in Jason Bay's case, he hit those poles that just didn't give.
Oh, there was a pole. Oh, I didn't know
where
that.
the gates open up right there. He happened to hit that.
Wasn't that his Mets career right there?
Pretty much. That's what a lot of people think.
Yeah.
Well,
where is he now?
He was in Seattle, and then he got designated for assignment and released. So he wasn't doing too well up there either, which was his hometown.
Strange story, but there's I guess a lot of guys have those kind of stories. Comes down from Boston, king of the world, right?
Yep. And it was supposed to be terrific. They felt the swing was going to be great for the ballpark, and didn't work out.
Bob, explain to me how a guy with this skill level, because in my business, we don't understand that. Mm-hmm. If I can get laughs in Atlanta, I'm going to get laughs in Chicago. Why can a guy change uniforms and seem to lose his mojo? Why does that happen?
What I think, sometimes it's the environment he's in. He likes hitting that yard. Why? I don't know. He just likes comfortable with the background. He likes the foul ground. Yeah, they're just very comfortable. They see the ball better in that yard. Sometimes there's some, and I think it's overplayed, he's got protection in the lineup. That's a lot of time nonsense, because if you can hit, you can hit. I don't care about who's behind you.
That's the way I feel. It must be like that.
I know. I just think sometimes it gets in their head. Now, Fenway, of all places, a great place to hit. If you like to pull the ball and hit it high in the air, you're going to do well there. If you're going the other way, that yard is so deep over there, you may not fend as well there. So I think a lot of it has to do with comfort level. They pick it up. And just overall what people tell them when they're hitting. You got to stay out of their heads a lot of times. I think sometimes coaches want to change people too much.
Oh, I see. And they mess them up.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it's like, well, like you told a joke in Montreal, and somebody said, well, yeah, you can't tell that in San Diego. You're like, well, why not? It was funny there. Now you're thinking, oh, God, maybe this isn't funny.
Gee, I would really think guys at this level are so far beyond that. Like, you can't tell me anything. I got here based on my talent.
Well, I mean...
These are some of the questions I have about the game.
It's completely fair.
Yeah.
Who do you enjoy watching right now? What players do you enjoy watching right now?
What are you laughing at?
You really are curious.
I really am.
I know you are. That's
my job.
I love. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good at it.
Thank you. Who do I enjoy? I enjoy Lagares. I enjoy a guy who's got precision and grace about what he does. A little bit of style, not too much. I like a little bit of style about what he does. I like a nice bat toss. I don't like guys that get out of the box after every pitch. I don't like any kind of obvious showboating.
Okay.
You like the nuances.
I like the little nuances, a little bit of style, but I don't like guys that try and call attention to themselves. I do not understand neckwear. I can put on jewelry after the game when I'm going out. When I'm running around, I don't need...
flying everywhere.
Yeah.
How about
what is that? Explain. I know these are young guys. Right. I know the money's new. I know they're excited. Why would you ba-bang, ba-bang, ba-bang? I mean, it's like an Upper East Side socialite out there. What?
I don't get that either, but they do have those necklaces, the braided ones. You've noticed them.
What? Yeah. What is that? The titanium.
It has something in it.
No evidence that works. None.
Those are like the bracelets, right? That they say the balance and all that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that it works, but you're right. It flops all over the place. I can't argue with that. But
that titanium, and there's another great. I kind of like that because I do like the superstition of baseball.
Right.
I like guys jumping over the foul line. I like that they care about those things, that nobody knows what's going on.
I don't touch the line to this day.
Right.
True story. I will not step on the line. Like today. If I was walking around,
really?
I'm stepping over it.
Do you have any routines when you come to the games?
Routines?
Yeah, routines like, any superstitions or anything like that when you're watching the game or you come?
No, my routine is to watch the game.
Just that.
I was just complaining as I was walking in here because I like to complain. I come to the game to watch the game, and I have a very nice box, and I sometimes bring friends, and they want to socialize.
Right.
And I really just want to watch every pitch. Baseball absorbs me completely. It's one of the few things that I have.
How many do you come to a year?
If I can get to 10, that's a pretty good year for me.
Okay.
But I'm busy. I run around, But I watch a lot that at-bat app on the phone now that you could see every great play.
Oh, yep.
I mean, that's changed the fans' experience,
Well, look, you've been a huge Met fan for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
What are the requirements in your mind to be a Met fan?
It helps if you're not physically attractive. It helps if you're, you have a little gimp. It's good. Can't dress. No girls.
Is it character building type things? This is what I'm sensing.
I don't think there's any character getting built.
No.
To me, the Mets are fun. They're fun. They're exciting. They're full of character. They're interesting. I honestly don't envy the Yankees. I feel sorry for Yankee fans.
Yeah.
If you win the World Series, big deal.
Where's
you know what I mean? You either win the World Series, which you feel like okay,
yeah,
or you don't.
Right.
Yeah, it's a tie. You tie, or you don't, and you feel horrible. So I think that's kind of a tough thing to be a Yankee fan. But the Mets' 2 championships, which, okay, there's only 2. 2 of the most exciting sports events in all of professional sports. I mean, 86, unbeatable, still the greatest. Would you say the Cardinals' Game 6 was a greater comeback than your guys in 86? 2 outs, 2 strikes, nobody on, down 2 runs, facing elimination. I still think that's the greatest comeback in postseason history.
I couldn't agree with you more. And the attitude in the not that dugout, the old dugout, was, wow, this is almost
great
over.
pan shot in the highlight film of the guys just.
But the vibe was we're not done.
Really?
I ain't kidding you. The vibe was we're not done. It was weird. I ain't kidding. No, we may have lost, but the vibe was not today.
Right.
Not today.
I was here in the top row.
Top row for Game 6?
Yep, and 7.
And 7.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Now, is that your all-time highlight as a Met fan?
It's between that and Andy Chavez.
Really?
That for a moment. You want to ask me about the greatest moment when Andy Chavez makes that catch?
Yeah.
Which you can't believe is makeable.
Right.
In that moment, I never screamed louder.
Okay.
The Game 6, I was in shock. I just went, how did that happen? I don't understand what happened. What happened? How did they do that?
I think the Red Sox were asking the same thing.
Yeah. Game 6 is pretty tough to beat.
Yeah. Well, we can't thank you enough for coming by.
It's
and
been
you're going to be upstairs
pleasure.
with the guys during the game.
I watch you guys every game.
You tweet about Bobby all the time.
All the time.
Appreciate
Best analysis and analyst in baseball for my money. The best.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming by, Jerry.
Thanks, Bob.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Chris. My pleasure.
All right. Take care.